Good morning. Just give me a second. I'm going to share. Do a little bit of sharing. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm going to put this on and start heating it up because it's already getting cold. It's already at the point where I almost want to make another one. Hello, hello. I have a tickle in my throat right now. Give me 1 second. Hello. How are you? Hello. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to give it a little bit. So we're just going to sit here with some music until, let's see. Which one do I want to put it on? Hello, guys. How are you? I'm going to move my keyboard out of the way because today we do the global meditation and I also do an energy check-in with the cards. So let me give myself some space for the cards. I mean, I'll still throw them on the floor. I'm going to start this time with the return to center cards. These ones are based on my work with trauma and nervous system regulation, which is interesting. That was the category of the card I just pulled. So we're going to check in on that. Do let me know if the music is too loud and I'll turn it down. Okay. I probably should share it out to a few more people, but let's just see. Maybe whoever's here needs to hear these two cards. Okay. Maybe whenever you show up, that's the time that you're meant to hear what these cards have. Okay. Is there any more from this particular deck? Let me grab that. All right. We got 3 cards out right now, and the cards are from the category or the section, clarity, boundaries, and regulation. So this might be something that you need to hear. Maybe it's something that will guide you in some way. So with clarity, what the message is this is simpler than it feels. And when we go into the message, it talks about how you are overcomplicating something. So activation increases perceived complexity, right? When we are in an activated state, everything seems harder, more challenging, more confusing. It's harder to make a decision, all of that, because we are activated. Our nervous system isn't thinking about, creating a solution for us. Our nervous system is thinking about getting us to safety. That's all that it's functioning as thinking as we are not safe. So what do I need to do to get me to safety, right? And hi, Mary. Thank you so much for watching. And hi, Charlie. How are you? So with this, it's just reminding you that the situation is actually more direct. And it typically is when we take away all of the meaning making and assumptions and filling in the blanks and all of that. When we take that away from the situation and we just look at what the facts are, oftentimes you'll find that it's not as large as we thought it was, or that the solution is more easy to come by. Hi, Africana. How are you? So the embodiment practice for this is to state one situation, or state the situation in one simple sentence. Okay. So you just, whatever the situation is, narrow it down to that one simple sentence. So the second card came from the boundaries section, and the card is you can say no. And many people are like, yeah. But it's a complete sentence. No is a complete sentence. So in this situation, whatever situation you're dealing with, this card is letting you know that no is available. Saying no protects time, not just your time, but the other person's time too. It protects your energy as well as everybody else's energy that's involved, and attention, right? So it creates space in your life for what is actually aligned for you, because you're not doing the things that are misaligned, freeing yourself up for time for the things that are aligned. Plus, the more that you hold up your boundaries where they matter and where they're important, then the more that you're going to align with people who are going to respect your boundaries, right? Are going to stay respectful of your boundaries. So this is going to create space, right, for what is aligned and what is necessary. So the embodiment practice is to practice one clear no out loud with no explanation. Okay. All right. And the third card that came out from the Return to Center deck came from the regulation section. And it's telling you to slow your movements, reduce speed. Fast movement reinforces urgency. When you look at everything that you're doing, if you're driving a car and you're speeding along, if you're walking and you're walking really fast, if you're talking fast, if you're breathing fast, then that's telling you that your nervous system is heightened and that you're probably in a reactionary space. And sometimes it's very subtle. You think that you're expecting yourself to be up here, but you're already dysregulated down here. That's our normal. We become so accustomed to what our normal is that we don't notice until we are in the abnormal, right? And the normal for us, if you were a child that was raised in an environment that was chaotic, that was traumatic, that, your emotions were all over the place, then that's your normal. Your normal is chaos, confusion. It's a dysregulated nervous system. So you already think that that's your normal, and that might mean that your nervous system is sitting here. So it doesn't take a lot before you're going to hit your limit. And then this is what I talk about when you get triggered, right? When we get triggers, don't necessarily make you lose your lid. They don't make you fly off the handle. Sometimes triggers make you soothe with food. Sometimes it makes you numb out with other activities, with TV. There's a lot of things that the triggers make you do. It's not just having a meltdown. But when we get to the point where we are to that level where we're blowing our top, that's when we have missed a lot of cues along the way to bring our nervous system back down, or something came in so fast and so big that it just threw you right out the topic, right? So when you think of your nervous system, think of it like an elevator. And when you are safe and you are regulated, the elevator is at the ground floor. Okay. And that means that all the way from the ground floor to the penthouse suite, you've got a lot of space. You got a lot of space to respond to what is happening around you before you blow your top. You also have a lot of time as the elevator's rising to catch it and bring it back down. That's the part, that's the practice. That's the part of learning about yourself. When do you feel yourself start to get elevated? Do you have practices to bring you back down again? Because that's going to keep you balanced. That's going to keep you in the driver's seat, and you'll be able to make decisions that are more clear for you, more aligned for you. It begins to build that safety in the body and safety in your decision making. Thank you so much for liking the live and for hanging out with me today. I appreciate you guys. Okay, so with this one here, if you're moving fast, if you're talking fast, if you're driving fast, that's signaling to your nervous system that you are elevated, right? Because that's an extension of you. The car is an avatar. That's just an extension of you. So whatever you catch yourself doing fast, purposefully slow it down. So move deliberately slow for 60 seconds. For 1 minute, just be very conscious of every movement that you make with your hand. Everything that you're doing it with conscious awareness on each of the actions that you're taking. I decided to pull an extra card. So this one here is called regulation. Oh, by the way, when you start walking slower, when you start to talk slower, when you start to slow down those things deliberately, that's a cue to your nervous system that safety is being made available. Because why else would you be slowing down? You wouldn't slow down if you were still in fear. You wouldn't slow down if there was still an emergency. So that moving slowly tells your nervous system that you are safe, okay? And it helps to bring your nervous system back down. It's a really good technique, a little good trick to have in your toolkit, okay? So slow it down, okay? All right, the last card. I'll have the pictures for you eventually when I start drawing them again. I have 22 of them done on my iPad currently of 66. But there's also I really did enjoy, I love these cards because I painted them, right? I think that they're just so cute, all of these little cards. So I kind of have the urge to do that again, right? But yeah, okay, regulation. This one comes from regulation as well, and it's telling you to soften your jaw. This is one of the ways that you can check in with your nervous system and check in with you to see how you're doing. If you're tightening in your jaw, right, then you're holding tension. There's stress about something, right? There's something that you're chewing on is another way to look at it. So that having a sore jaw it can be an indicator of doing that, or in your sleep, right? Lots of times we grind down or we bear down, we're not just grinding, we're just bearing down on our teeth. Either way, part of that is there could be unresolved anger, there's tension, unspoken words, you're having difficulty, or you're chewing on something, right? Those types of things. So what this card is asking you to do is to release subtle tension. So jaw tension is linked to control and stress. When held tightly, it keeps your system in a low-level activated state. Softening it creates a cascade of relaxation. It's the same as when we slow our movements down, what it's cueing to our nervous system. So if you're tense in your jaw, right, let your jaw hang just slightly open. Okay, just slightly open. Relax your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. And then take 2 slow breaths. Right? How much better does it feel to loosen your jaw? Right? How much tension and how much are you finding that? Are you finding your jaw sore? That you're holding a lot of tension in it? All right, we're going to, which ones do you want? Do you want the tarot or do you want the 44 keys of the way? Do you want the little cards so the 44 keys of the way cards or the Ethereum tarot cards? I'll pull a couple from one of them. But you guys let me know which one. And you have to be tapping lights. If you're sticking and watching, you have to be tapping lights. Like Forcia here, doing a fantastic job. Thank you so much. You choose? Okay. You know what? I did a tarot reading, a timeless tarot reading today with the Etherian Tarot. I'm going to give these ones because they're just so cute. They're so cute. All right, let's see what we have. We'll get a couple cards for the collective. Yeah, this is more individual. Typically, I do a collective reading and I just check on the energy of the collective and do that energy check-in. But today I felt like being more personable with the people that are here and doing it more for you guys. Apparently, my cards liked that. Let me pick these ones up. We've got one on my leg and two on this side and one on this side. Make sure we're not missing any. Okay. We got them. Let's see what we have. Oh, that's so cool. The thing that's cool is we got two that are yellow and two that are blue. So I thought that was actually kind of neat. And I'm going to give you a bonus one just because I looked at it and I was like, yeah, that has to be shown. Okay. So we'll do these cards. Okay. So we've got the shared humanity. Okay. So the affirmation, I am connected with all life. And you are. You are. That's why it's important what you do to yourself and what you do to everybody else. Okay. The remembrance is recognizing commonality reduces isolation and judgment. Connection supports cooperation. Respect improves interaction quality. So the practice is to make eye contact, to offer a simple kindness, and to continue without expectations. Okay. I love that card. It's it's so cute. But when we do realize that there's more commonalities between us than there are differences, it does allow us to stop being as judgmental. The more that we apply labels to ourselves, the more that we allow there to be separation, because every label says, I'm this, and unless you're that, then you are different than me. So all the labels create is just barriers between us. And the more that you hold the label and you're really firm about that label, right, then the more that it can create blockages in relationships and in your whole entire life, right? Think about how it is in the States right now, or in many countries where there's a very strong political divide. In some places, there's such a strong divide that people stop talking to their family, to their friends, to people because they had a different political party, right? But there's so much more that connects people than that. And when we realize that it doesn't matter whether it's left or right, red or blue or black, or doesn't matter any of it, they're just tactics. It's a show, right? All right. The next card, whoops, put it upside right. And put my tea back. All right, we have the living presence. The affirmation is, I stand fully present within my body and my life. Remembrance. Presence is the doorway through which clarity enters. When you are present, the past loosens and the future quiets. Your body becomes the anchor of truth, not your thoughts. From presence, choice becomes clear and responsive rather than reactive. Okay, let's do this. Right? Right? Isn't that just so cute? I think I'm going to do a post on these cards. Like I'll do these cards that I'm sharing of these ones, and I'll do it as a separate post and share it with everybody, because we do need these cards. So the present moment, right? Your spine is an antenna. It's, we want that to be sitting upright, and we're sending out a frequency, and that frequency is going to bring to us, magnetize and electric, there's we're electromagnetic biological beings. It's like there's a mixture between us, but we are energy, and that energy, when we contain everything into the present moment, which is where the body sits all the time, but the mind isn't always, and sometimes the feelings aren't, because if your mind is back in 1982 with some trauma that you experienced, then you start to feel or remember how you felt then and start to feel those feelings now. You're feeling back then too. Hi, Liz. How are you, love? You're feeling feelings from the past too. And if you're feeling them just to wallow in them, you're not helping yourself. You should be feeling them to look at them and to release them. Just acknowledge that you're releasing them. I didn't feel these emotions then, and I know I need to release them. So I'm just letting them go in this moment, knowing that, that was a pretty big thing that I went through. That was a big experience that I had. So the spine is your antenna, and it's keeping in your body is in the present moment. So when we anchor into our spine, when we anchor into our body, we put ourselves in the present moment, as opposed to our brain. Like I said, the mind likes to travel everywhere. So let's do this practice together, where you're going to feel your feet. Okay, so I want you to place your awareness on your feet. Okay. Now I want you to bring your awareness to your seat. So your bottom. And now we're going to bring the awareness to our breath. I'm going to take a nice slow breath in and out. Okay? One breath in and out. Now name 3 sensations you feel in your body right now. Now say, I am here. And we're just going to sit like this for a minute and a half in presence. If your mind wanders, bring it back to your breath. Or place your awareness back in your feet, your seat, and then back to your breath. Mm-hmm. It feels good to be in the presence, in the present moment. To be in presence, to be in the present moment. Right? Okay, let's look at our next card. It's the steady flame. The steady flame affirmation is, my inner flame remains steady in all circumstances. And it does. Power is not intensity, it is stability. Right? We're going to have a good meditation today, guys. A steady flame does not flare with every wind. When steadiness is cultivated, you become reliable to yourself. From steadiness, decisions simplify and energy is conserved. The practice is to sit upright, visualize a calm flame at the heart, and just hold your attention for 3 minutes without changing it. Hello, love. So you can do that practice on your own, okay? So it's just envisioning a flame at the center of your chest or in your heart, and to just see that flame for 3 minutes. Okay, keep your attention on your heart for 3 minutes. Okay. The radiant influence, the affirmation, my presence influences the world around me. Well, isn't that nice? We just became really present, right? So, state affects environment. Calm stabilizes, agitation spreads. Influence is continuous, not occasional. That's a very strong one. That's a very strong card, because you think about that with all of the gurus, the fall of guru culture, and you see all these big people who were pretending to be something that they weren't on these massive platforms and so on and so forth, right? Like, and now they, you're finding that they're not real. And it's true that the influence is continuous. What you're doing when you're not on camera is as just as important as what you're doing when you're being an influencer. So if you're not embodying the truth of what you're doing, then it's stuff that needs to be brought to the surface. So it's just a reminder of that influence, and the way that you're influencing the field, the way that you're influencing the environment, that matters. All of those moments. So the practice for this one is to regulate breath for 60 seconds, to enter one interaction calmly and maintain your tone. You should always get yourself centered before you approach a conversation that you know is going to be difficult. Many of us have a challenge dealing with conflict. Right? We were probably raised in homes where conflict was not handled appropriately. So we're scared of conflict, or we have issues with it. We were taught poor conflict techniques as well, right? We were taught to fight, or we were taught to yell and scream, throw things, slam doors. We were taught all kinds of bad habits with conflict. So you have to teach yourself new healthy conflict habits. And it's not that conflict is bad, and conflict will happen. That's just where there's opposing situations, opposing viewpoints. And your goal in the process is to find commonality, to find understanding, to find a harmonious spot, or to at least understand what you're learning from it, what you're meant to see from it, because there's something that you're learning from it in some way, whether you're learning something about the person that you're in conflict with, the situation, or yourself. There's something that you're learning. So I don't know why I was thinking about conflict. All right. This is the card that I said stood out to me on the top of the deck, and I decided I wanted to pull it to be the final card, and then we will do the meditation in a little bit. We can talk for a moment before we get started. But this is the final card. This is the living wisdom. Affirmation: wisdom grows through lived experiences. You have to embody it for it to be true. If you're not living it, it's only information. I used to say with the self-help books that sit on your shelf, they're actually shelf help, because they're not helping you. They're helping the shelf look smart, or like they're not self-help. They're shelf help. And it's the same thing. If it's not embodied, it's just information. It's not wisdom. So information becomes wisdom when applied. Testing refines understanding, and feedback completes the loop. So you're going to apply one idea today, observe the results, and then adjust once. Okay, that's the action with that. Okay. Are we just about ready to have a meditation? Who's excited to send out some beautiful peace, love, unity, and truth to the world? Who's ready to meditate? Go on a little journey? I think so. I'll have to pick the right music. No, we'll get the music going. We'll go on our little journey. What do you think about the cards that came out today? And thank you so much for all your likes. Right? Is there anything that you feel like you need to release right now? Hi, Larry. Hi, guys. Sari, not Siri. Hi, Pop. Nice. You know, when they have on, hello, how are you, Midnight Purple? How are you, love? I'm glad that you got here just in time for the meditation. To get the stress out. You're all right. Are you stressed too? Do we all need a meditation? This might be the one. Is this too loud? Let me know. Because I'm on a few different channels. Okay. I'm going to show you a sacred geometry. Okay. The symbol in the center of this is the flower of life. So when I speak about the flower of life, that's the symbol that I want you to visualize. Okay. And not all of us can visualize. Not all of us are able to do that. And we see things differently. Some of us see things in kind of a black and white kind of sketch. Some of us see things in full color. Some of us see things very like three-dimensional, as if it was right here in person. And some of us don't see anything at all. And so whatever it is, know that when you're, even if you're not visualizing it in your mind's eye, you're still visualizing it. So this is the center of it is the center of it. The center of it is the flower of life. Okay. And the flower of life, sacred geometry also holds divine laws embedded within it. And you're no problem, my pleasure. And the seed of life holds the original organic blueprint of life in it. So that's why I like to use it when we're meditating, because it's a powerful frequency. The other one that I like to use is the Merkaba, but I don't have a picture of the Merkaba. No, I was like thinking if they had. Yeah, no, I don't have a picture of the Merkaba, so I can't show you that, but I can explain what it looks like. Okay, so you take a three-sided triangle on all sides and you make a pyramid. And you take that one and you nest it inside the other one. And sorry, a four-sided, like a pyramid, two pyramids, one nested inside the other one. And that's your Merkaba. Okay. If you were to place a Merkaba over yourself, the top triangle would come down all the way to about your knees. And the bottom triangle would start just below your feet in that V shape, and it would come all the way up to about your shoulders. So that's how the Merkaba would look around you if you were to sit inside two triangular pyramids. So you have that kind of a visualization. Okay. Two triangle square bottomed pyramids. There we go. I just had it right this time. Oh my goodness. So we're going to do our return to center meditation. We'll see how long it is. We'll see how long it is. We're going to meditate on that flower of life that I showed. We are going to, no, I'm not from India. I'm from Canada. I did go to India. I traveled around the world. I worked as a flight nurse and traveled around the world. And one of my flights, I flew to India. Everybody should meditate. It's everybody meditates, or they should. It's not an Indian thing. They don't own meditation. Lots and lots of cultures meditated. Many ancient cultures for sure. Lots of indigenous cultures meditate. Yeah, yeah. It's not one culture's thing. Nobody owns meditation. It's just the practice of going within, right, and silencing your mind. And anyone can do that. Everyone should do that. We all should do that regularly. Regularly. Okay, so we're going to do the meditation. I'm good with the music that we have. Is it good level? Can you hear it? Or well, no. Did you know, when you asked me if I was Indian, I'm not that kind of Indian, no, but I am indigenous. Like, not. I think society as a whole needs a lot of help. I don't think that it's just one group of people. I think it's a lot of people, right? I think society lies to itself and tells itself that it's healthy, but society as a whole is very, very sick. And I think a lot of the stuff that's promoted as healthy through society is bad. Yeah. But anyway, we're going to get prepared. Yeah, it's we could get into a big discussion about it, but that's not what the focus of the show is. I have a lot of information on the topic, actually, but that's not the focus. We are doing a meditation. We're going to meditate on peace, love, unity, and truth. The more of us that meditate on this and share it out globally, the better the energy. That might be something we can talk about on Wednesday, on my Wednesday night live at 7:30 p.m. That would be the better time to have a conversation about something like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is my live that I do the global meditation. So it's not the live that I talk about, those types of conversations. I just do the check-in energetically and then the meditation. All right, you guys ready? Okay, we'll go through everything that we talk about usually at the beginning, which is make sure your device is in a secure place and that you are also in a space that's comfortable. I know I've meditated at different times where I've gotten right into it, and then you drop your device or fall over. Obviously, because you kind of have to say these things these days. Do not do this if you're driving or operating heavy machinery or doing anything that requires you to have your eyes open. If you have to have your eyes open, please keep them opened and do this meditation at another time. So there's my little safety caveat. Make sure that you can do it. So peace, love, unity, and truth. We are going to start with closing our eyes. Okay. And I close my eyes with you. I go on this as a journey. So I have no idea exactly how this meditation is going to go. We're just going to see where I take you. Okay. I did have somebody. Hi, Metal. You hopped in just in time, love. How are you doing, Crystal? You ready to meditate? Hi, Shakespeare. Okay. No closing your eyes. You just drive. you can hang out with us. Oh, nice. Oh, that must feel real nice. Nice. Hi, Zandrian. Hello, we're going to meditate. You want to meditate? You're just getting here right on time. Right? It's nice to do that. Hello, how are you? Good for you to join. Okay, so we're going to meditate. Put all your stuff in a good space. I was telling you guys earlier, we're going to meditate and we're going to utilize the flower of life. So I'm just going to hold that up again since we had some more people join. So this is the flower of life in the center of that circle. So we're going to picture that at some point when we're meditating. I will bring that to you. I did ask what people were wanting to release because we could go on a journey and release some things too. And what I had was stress, just to release stress. So if anybody else has anything else they want to throw on there that we want to release, I will see how I incorporate those things into the meditation. Because sometimes, Crystal knows, sometimes we go on some pretty good journeys. So who knows what kind of journey we'll be going on? Money blocks, yes. Yes. Okay. All right. All right, we'll add abundance. Let's add abundance in. Let's add some prosperity in for those who are asking for prosperity, and we'll do some release on a couple of things. Okay. All right. So let's do this. We'll go through this in a couple stages then. Okay. We'll go through the first part of it. We'll do as an individual portion of it, and then we'll move into the collective portion. Okay, so when we're doing the release stuff, although we're releasing some stuff that was, you'll see. I don't even know yet. You guys know me. I'm going to get into state with you guys through the breathing, and then we're going to go on whatever journey we go on. and it's always a good time at the end of the day, and we get everything accomplished. All right, stress and money blocks, and we're going to add prosperity in for the collective. I'm going to have a sip of tea. Get yourself ready for it, and let's close our eyes. The first thing I want you to do is just to bring your awareness to your seat. I want you to feel that firmly beneath you. And now we're going to focus on our breath, inhaling through the nose into our tummy, pausing, exhaling through the mouth, nice and slow. Another breath in through the nose, down into the tummy. As you exhale, focus on the space that comes up, allowing yourself to slip deeper into that beautiful space. Another breath in through the nose, down into the tummy. Sinking even deeper and deeper into that space. As we sit here together, you're encouraged to continue breathing, to keep yourself in a nice, safe space. Whenever your thoughts become too much, return to your breath. You can connect into your body by placing your hand over your heart and a hand over your womb if that feels comfortable for you. We're going to take this moment to become present, to become aware of our spine that is supporting us and holding us upright. We're going to focus on our heart and how it's radiating out into the environment, sending and receiving. As you focus on your heart, you notice a beautiful flame begin to appear and grow bigger and steadier. That light radiates out into your environment, spreading warmth. As we sit in this circle connected to one another, we feel this connection, the shared unity, shared humanity. And you know that whatever we do in this moment is more powerful because it involves more than one person. As more and more of us join together, it amplifies the energy that we sit in. So this energy of safety, of presence, that steady flame in your heart, the shared humanity in the room, that is magnified because you guys joined me today. So thank you. We create a safe space around us in this moment that protects us from any interference. And it allows the message that we're sharing to be shared with clarity, in alignment with the Divine Mother Father. Someone had requested that we remove money blocks. And for this, we're going to call on the beautiful violet flame for its purifying and cleansing properties, especially where karma is concerned. Ask your soul to clearly show what the money blocks are. And maybe they show you little pieces of paper with writing on it. You might not be able to read, but your oversoul knows exactly what the blocks are. They need to be brought to light before they can be discarded in the flame. Allow the violet flame to burn away all the contracts and agreements you made in illusion, manipulation, under duress. Those contracts are never binding and can be released at any moment. You do not need to identify them to release them because they were not made in informed consent. Allow those to be fed to the violet flame. Seeing them burn and release. Another person asked to release stress. In this moment, feel all of your muscles loosen. Feel the tension rise off your shoulders, evaporating into the air above you. Feel the tension in your forehead and your jaw. Loosen. Feel your face relax. Allow a wave of peace and calm to roll down your body. Everywhere that it touches where there's tension or tightness, it evaporates, lifting into the air, dissolving. Allow it to flow through your entire body from head to toe. down your arms and out your fingers. Know that at any moment you can step back into this space, breathe, center into yourself, and allow peace to sweep through your body, releasing tension, evaporating stress. And from that space, make a decision, take action, or do nothing at all. Sometimes there's way less to do than we think there is. Sometimes we carry responsibilities that aren't ours. We burden ourselves with other people's emotions, with the state of the world, with things happening in some other country. These are not ours to carry. If you look behind you right now, you'll see you're carrying a backpack. And that backpack is filled with all the burdens that you're carrying that don't belong to you. For some, we're carrying a very small backpack. Some will notice it's very, very big. And it's heavy. And it might be why your back hurts, or your shoulders hurt, or you're out of alignment. Your hips don't feel good. And when we carry the weight of other people, whether through their expectations or responsibilities that aren't ours, it is like carrying around a backpack, an invisible backpack of weight on your shoulders and on your back. Take it off and put it down. You don't have to carry it. They're not your responsibilities. Now we're going to do our shared humanity. We're going to share peace, love, unity, and truth with Mother Gaia and all life. From this space that we're in, freshly cleansed of stress, let's bring peace to our mind and our body. And in between all of us, see the globe sitting. And each one of us is sending peace to the globe from our unique points around the world. Each one of us is a node. And the crystalline grid is how we can send this energy from one another into everyone else. And the crystalline grid is similar to a honeycomb pattern. It can also be thought of as similar to the seed of life, the flower of life. It connects everything. So as we feel peace and we send it through the ley lines from ourself, it can reach anyone along that needs it. Anyone that's requesting peace right now, because we're sending it, is going to receive it. We can send it to Mother Gaia, and we can send it to all the life that needs it and can't ask. Calm the land, calm the wind, send peace to the elements. Next, we're going to bring the emotion love to our body, to our heart, to our mind. You can think of a pet or a loved one. If you need help bringing the emotion to your body. And once you have that love filling you up, send it like a little present along the ley line for anyone who's looking for love, for them to feel that, to receive that. And we'll send it down to Mother Gaia and to all of nature and the elements. As we sit here connected, person to person, node to node, across the ley lines, there are many out there who have forgotten that they are connected to more, that they are connected to us, each other, a higher power, all energy, all life. By us being here together in unity, shared humanity, we are an example of this unity that exists. We're sharing that energy, that knowledge with the earth, with Mother Gaia. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Return to our breath. In, out. In, out. For the truth section, we're going to envision the flower of life. We're going to allow that symbol to expand larger than our body, expand out into our entire toroidal field. So it's going to be about 6 to 9 feet in diameter. And you're going to pass that all the way through, from your head down through to your toes. Even start at about 6 inches to a foot above your head, and then go 6 inches to a foot below your head. So allow that flower of life symbol to pass through your entire field. And just keep your breath nice and slow, in and out. This is reminding you of the truth of the original organic blueprint. Maybe it's passed through your face, it's moving down through your neck, into your shoulders. And just continue breathing as it passes down through your chest, through your abdomen, down your legs, all the way down through your feet. Apparently, I want to do something next time. As it passes through your feet, we're going to bring that symbol to our minds, and we're going to place this over the earth. In the same way, we have the globe placed between all of us. We're going to see the circle of life extend far larger than the entire world. We're going to start a bit above the earth, and we're going to pass it through the entire earth until it comes out the other side. And this is just restoring everything to the original divine organic blueprint and reminding everything of the truth. We set the intention for the truth to be revealed, for it to be done so at the fastest rate possible. But we still want to maintain the integrity of as many lives as possible. As the flower of life passes through the earth, it's reminding everything of how it's meant to be. The true sky, the true wind, the true land, all of it. The flower of life is almost through the other side of the earth at this point, just coming out. Allow it to pass down so it really encompasses the entire energy field. And before we finished, I mentioned before about the Merkaba. We're going to place the earth in a Merkaba, and we're going to place each of ourselves in a Merkaba. So when we're putting it over ourselves, remember there is a square bottom, triangular pyramid with the point extending about 6 inches to a foot above your head, and the base being down around your knees of the top triangle. The bottom pyramid starts below your feet about 6 to 12 inches, and it extends all the way up to your shoulder where you would have the base of the pyramid, nested one in the other, and these spin in opposite directions. And you can ask your higher self, your oversoul, to spin it for you at the maximum rate that it can be spun at this time, and to lock it in. And we're going to do the same for the earth collectively. And see that Merkaba spinning and protecting and helping to assist in the ascension process. So just give you a moment in this space with your Merkaba and focusing on the earth's Merkaba. And again, you can always return to your breath if your thoughts start to interfere. And if you're not envisioning it, don't worry. Your higher self knows exactly what you're doing and knows exactly how to do it. The intention is the most important thing. Okay. We're going to start returning to the present moment and come back to awareness. To begin with, I want you to focus on your feet. Maybe start to wiggle the toes a little bit. And then bring your awareness back to your seat. Maybe sway side to side a little bit. And bring it back to your breath. Take a nice breath in and out. Open your eyes. And come back to me. Hi. Well, that was a bit of a thing. You'll have to let me know how that was on Facebook or YouTube. Besides the phone call coming in, which was not not awesome. And then that one, I missed the puzzle. So it ended up shutting it off because of inactivity, because I had my eyes closed. Like, oh my goodness. Anyway, I'll have to wait maybe, or I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll have to just keep my eyes open a little bit more. But it is what it is. How did you find that? I would love feedback on it. Hi. Oh, and tea, which I like a call. How did you find that? Did you enjoy that meditation? While you're taking a moment to determine whether or not you want to put a comment down, I'm going to talk about today is day 3 of returning to center, which is a 10-day experience that I'm doing right now. You can get that as a pre-recorded session available at my website, but right now I'm doing it as a live session. And I'm just looking for my notes really quickly here. No, not that one. Actually, no. My I don't know. I lost where my train of thought was going to go. I just wanted to look at, my computer restarted is what I was going to say. So everything got closed. I used to have all the files open, so I wouldn't have to do that. But I was going to look at what we're covering today to give an idea. I know that the first day is about arriving here, so it's just orientation to the present moment. Yesterday was about establishing safety, so it was about settling your nervous system and reducing that internal urgency. Today is reconnecting to the body, so the focus is the body as reference point, so that you can learn. The outcome of the session is to trust your body's signals. So that's what we're teaching today. If you haven't joined the live experience by tomorrow, I'm closing it for anyone joining it for this experience. If you'd want to take it, you'd have to take either the pre-recorded or wait until I teach it again and then look at it at that time. All right, I'm going to hop off here. I hope you enjoyed the meditation. Much love to you guys. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. I will be back on Sunday at 6 p.m. Sunday at 6 p.m. We'll do the celestial briefing. We'll look at how the energies are going to, what's going on with the planet transitions and how that energy is going to affect us. We'll do a check in with the cards. And if we'll talk about some other things too. And if I have time, maybe I'll give out a couple of cards. You can get one card for free, but if you want to do a reading with me, just go and check out my website. I have a bunch of readings there that are available. And one of these days I'll do a live where we can do some on-air, longer paid readings. But yeah, hi Mimosa, how are you, love? And hi, hello. And thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out for the whole session. I appreciate you, Forcia. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Forcia? It's because it's going to get until I could hear it. 11:11 on the time, and it's 1:11 on the time there. So, great timing. Let's get out and go do something, new beginnings and, winning and all that good stuff. Go enjoy your day with that nice relaxed energy that you now have with having had that meditation. And thank you so much for being a part of that. I will see you guys on Sunday. Bye, guys.